Hello everyone, my name is Kelsey Brilinghoff and I am an occupational safety consultant with the Wisconsin Safety and Health Consultation Program. Today we will discuss the requirements of developing written energy control procedures as part of an overall energy control or lockout tagout program. So who is covered? Well, we know that the Lockout Tagout standard applies to employees performing servicing and/or maintenance on machines or equipment who may be exposed to the unexpected energization, startup, or release of hazardous energy. This includes activities such as installing, adjusting, inspecting, and so on. Written energy control procedures are required if an employee is required to remove or bypass guards or safety devices or place any part of their body into the point of operation or danger zone of the machine or equipment. At a minimum, energy control procedures must include a statement specifying the intended use of the procedure, steps for shutting down, isolating, blocking, and securing equipment to control hazardous energy, steps for the placement, removal, and transfer of locks and tags, and identifying who is responsible for these devices, and lastly, requirements for testing to verify effectiveness as well as ensuring all hazardous energy has been isolated. Before expanding on the required steps, it's important to note that there is an exemption listed in C4I of the standard. The employer is not required to document procedures for a particular machine or equipment when all 8 of the listed elements exist. Failure to meet even one will result in the equipment needing a documented energy control procedure. Let's move on to discussing the steps of achieving a successful lockout. There are 7 procedural steps to effectively shut down equipment and control hazardous energy sources, which we will expand on in the upcoming slides. Step 1. Notify affected employees. Before maintenance work begins, the authorized employee must notify all affected employees that servicing or maintenance is required on a specific machine or equipment and that it must be properly shut down and locked out. This includes notifying the machine operator and employees who may work or be in the area where servicing or maintenance is being performed. Step 2. Prepare for shutdown. Before turning off a machine or equipment, the authorized employee must know and understand the type and magnitude of the energy, the hazards of the energy to be controlled, and the means or methods to control energy sources associated with the machine. Sources of energy may include electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, chemical, pneumatic, or thermal. Step 3. Shut down machine or equipment. If the machine or equipment is operating, shut it down by using the normal stopping procedure. This could be by pushing a stop button, opening up a switch, or closing a valve. Step 4. Isolate energy sources. All energy isolating devices must be located and used in such a way as to isolate the machine or equipment from its energy source. Examples of energy isolating devices include manually operated circuit breakers, disconnect switches, or line valves. Step 5. Lockout Tagout device application. Locks and tags must be affixed to each energy isolating device by the authorized employee conducting maintenance. Locks must be affixed in a manner that will hold devices in a safe or off position, and tags must be affixed to clearly indicate that operation or movement of devices is prohibited. Step 6. Release stored energy. After the energy isolating device has been locked and tagged out, all potential stored or residual energy must be relieved or restrained by methods such as repositioning, blocking, or bleeding down. Stored or residual energy may be found in springs, elevated machine parts, or hydraulics. Step 7. Verify isolation. Before servicing or maintenance work begins, the authorized employee must verify that the machine or equipment has been properly isolated and de-energized. First, the authorized employee must check to ensure no personnel are exposed, then verify isolation by using normal operating controls to make certain the equipment will not operate. If the lockout procedure is successful, then servicing or maintenance on the equipment may begin. When work is complete and the machine or equipment is ready to return to normal operating condition, the following steps must be taken. Number 1, inspect the work area to ensure all tools and other items have been removed and that the machine components are intact. Number 2, ensure all employees have been safely positioned or removed from the area. Number 3, remove lockout and tagout devices. And number 4, notify affected employees that lockout tagout devices have been removed and that the machine or equipment is ready for use.